Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing some pull bread, and this is the bread that I'm gonna be using for the pull bread. And I'm just going to set it on this wax paper because it'd be easier to use on the wax paper. And because I'm burning up, I'm going to have me a little nip before we get started. Just some orange juice, some mint, and some Malibu. And I apologize if y'all see me in my nightgown because I went out for a while and I came back and I said I'm putting my nightgown back on and I'm gonna cook and then get in the tub. So cheers everyone. Okay, so here we have some red bell peppers, some jalapeno peppers, green onion. So the first thing that you want to do is you're going to set this aside and you're going to start on your meat. And so the meat I got from the deli and I told them to shave it, make it as thin as possible because you're going to tear it up anyway. So the meat that I'm using, this is the garlic herb chicken. And I also got the Cajun turkey. So you're just going to mix both of those together. You're just gonna shred them in pieces. Sort of like that. Just tear it all up in pieces. Okay, so you're gonna take about this much butter here and put it in your pan. Because now you're getting ready to cook the onions, bell pepper, and jalapeno peppers. So here is your jalapenos, your peppers, and your onions. And you can add as much vegetables that you want to this dish. There's nothing specific that you have to add. Okay, so this is the meat that I chopped up. This is how the meat is supposed to look. So all you're gonna do, I think that was about a good 3 minutes. So you're gonna take these vegetables and you're gonna pour them on top of your meat. And you're gonna keep your pan because you're gonna need to melt more butter. So here I'm just gonna add some basil. And I'm gonna add some of these green onions. And the rest of the onions is gonna go on top of here. Okay, so I melted some butter, about this much. And I'm gonna pour that butter in this bowl. I probably will have to add more, I don't know. and you're gonna season the butter. So the seasoning that I'm using is this one, and the lemon pepper. I had to get that open. And so that's all the seasoning that I use on this dish. So now we're gonna go on to the bread. One thing before I got to the bread, if you want to make this dish spicy, you can add some crushed red peppers to it if you want to make it spicy. So I'm just gonna add a few to it. I don't want it too spicy. And just give that a stir. And this is how it should look. And you're gonna set this aside. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up really well, that butter and the vegetables that we poured on there. We're gonna mix that up really good. And we can go ahead and set that aside. And we're gonna start on the bread. As you see, I have transferred my bread to the Reynolds wrap instead of the wax paper that I had before, because you're gonna have to wrap this up because this is going in the oven. I have the oven on 375, and it's gonna go in the oven for about 15 minutes. And so you're gonna start to slice your bread. Usually, I would freeze my bread because it's easier to cut once you start to cut. If it's semi-frozen, but it's okay to cut it this way. Just don't cut it all the way to the bottom. You don't need to cut all the way to the bottom. But this is the knife that I'm using because it's easier that way. And this is the slices that I'm cutting. Okay, so now I have my bread all sliced up. So this is what we're going to be working with. So what you're going to do is you're going to put down a piece of cheese. And sometimes you may have to fold it, especially on the ends, because the ends is little. So you're going to put down a piece of cheese. And then you're going to take your meat and you're going to put it in between there. And that butter sauce that we made, you're going to put some of that on there. Now, I usually wait until the end to do that part, but I'm just wanting to show you guys now where that goes. And so you're going to alternate. So that cheese, I have 3 different cheeses. I guess I should have showed you guys. I have pepper jack, Gouda, and mustard cheese. So you just alternate. So the next cheese that I'm going to use, I told the girl I had asked her at Walmart, did they have the spicy pepper jack? And her mouth was just, she didn't want to work today. She was like, I don't know. I ain't never tasted. I started to just, hey, all that ain't even necessary. But anyway, so my next cheese is going to be the pepper jack. And because she cut this so thin, I'm going to use probably 2 of the pepper jack right there. Because she cut it so thin. If I can get it off. Look, it's even tearing up to get it off, but that's okay. That's no big deal right there. As long as I can get it. And then you're going to put more of your meat right in between there. And the butter sauce. Like, once again, you can wait until the end to add your butter sauce to it. So now with this one, I'm going to add the mustard cheese. And the same thing I see for this, she cut it real thin. So I'll probably have to use 2 on this one too, because it's real thin. The one may work, but we like cheese on this dish right here in my household. So we're gonna put one there, and we're gonna put some meat. So we're gonna keep going and fill this up. Okay, y'all, we nearing the end, so I'm just gonna take the leftover butter and just go across the top of the bread. And you can leave this in for up to, I would say, 35 minutes. Just check on it to make sure that it's not burning or anything like that. Because I leave mine in there a little longer. I know I told you guys 15 minutes, but start to check on it after 15 minutes to see how it's doing. See how it's cooking. And so I'm just going to throw the rest of that meat on top of there and break up this cheese, and because this is all I have left. So I'm just going to throw it on there some type of way because I don't want to throw it away because it's so cheap like that. And food costs a lot of money these days, so just going to utilize the last of it. Stick it down in there somewhere. Okay, so the reason why I have my 4-1 going, it looked like a cross, is because the first one, I'm going to take the first one and roll that one on top. And then I'm going to take this one and come back this way. Now, you may need more foil. That's okay. Add more foil. I'm sorry if y'all hear my dog out there. He needs to be quiet. Start! And we're going to put this in the oven for about 30 minutes. And I'm going to go make him be quiet. And I'll be back once this is cooked. I took the bread out the oven. And so this is how she's looking now that she is out of the oven. So you guys can see. And I left it in there about a good 25 minutes, and I just took her out. So I know once I cut it, it's going to be piping hot. So let's give it a try. Ooh, ooh, Lord, this is hot. That cheese is hot. Oh, Lord. I'm going to wait. Okay, so this is what your pull bread is going to look like when you take it out the oven. Just transfer it over to a plate or whatever, and you just pull at it. And you don't really have to cut it. You just pull it and you just go in for the kill. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Mm, mm, mm. And I like the ends of it. I love the ends of it. So thank y'all for joining me while I made this full bread. I hope you guys will try it. Sorry for my dog barking in the background. Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.